You want to watch the cone dumper 5000 do its thing?
Yeah.
Hello YouTube, hello brewers, welcome back to Flame and Galah YouTube channel. I'm Sam, the head brewer at Flame and Galah. Today I'm going to show you how to dump a cone, and that doesn't involve any bongs. The cone is this part of the tank, so it's at 60 degrees, and when you cold crash, what it does is precipitates all the hop debris out, yeast, clears the beer out, and then you've got the dump valve, which I explained on a previous video. If you want to go back and have a look at that, it'll show you all the components of the of the unitank. Hey, good segue. Let's get these things out. So the things you'll need to dump a cone is a sight glass, diaphragm valve, 38mm hose, a 20-litre bucket that's been cleaned, sanitised, and the cone dumper 5000, which I made this, basically just a CIP vessel, and I put a false bottom in it, and then 2 points, one low enough below the false bottom, and then this one about midway. That's where we'll send the hops, and then that way you're not sending the hops straight down the trade waste. It's not good for the trade waste, it's a pain in the ass. Council don't like it, obviously. And this way we can put the hop debris either into an organics bin or into a compost and recycle it. So it's overall better for the environment. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab our diaphragm valve sight glass that have been cleaned. We put it in our clean bucket, 20-litre bucket. A couple of sanitary clamps, tri-clamps, tri-clovers, whatever the fuck you want to call them, it's all the same thing. And then a couple of silicone gaskets. And then we will come over here, we've got some pre-mixed paracetic acid. Right, we're going to soak that for 10 minutes and it'll completely sanitise everything. And while that soaks, we'll grab our isopropyl alcohol and paracetic as well, sanitizer, and a pipe cleaner. We'll whack that in the paracetic acid too. 10 minutes. We'll hook our 38mm hose up to the cone dumper 5000. Open up the valve, and then if you come a little bit closer, you can see we've got our sanitizer bucket. So we're going to spray the paracetic acid into the dump valve. Then we're going to grab our pipe cleaner just to make sure there's no hop debris that's been spread around the brewery or anything undesirable. Go again with paracetic acid. Right. Then isopropyl. So you want to kill anything on the outside the tank so we don't harm the finished product. In this case, a double dry hopped hazy IPA, which is called Struth Juice, and it's dry hopped once at high Krausen for biotransformation, and then once at 10 degrees. So it's double dry hopped, and it's dry hopped at 22 grams per litre. So quite heavy. So this is actually the second time I've dumped this cone, and I'll probably have to do it 3 or 4 times with, say, a week in between. Right, so sight glass on. This has all been soaking in paracetic acid. Make sure your diaphragm valve's fully open. So you run the paracetic acid all the way through it. The reason we use a diaphragm valve is, I'll show you how it works. When you open the diaphragm valve, it'll release basically a diaphragm, so it'll push down tight, and then when it releases it comes out, and you can slowly open your valve, not like with a butterfly valve you have got points like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it pushes out much faster, and that can create what's called a hole in your cone. So basically it'll punch through, the product will punch through the debris in the bottom of the cone. What we actually want to do is have a separation of beer and debris, and we want the CO2 pressure to slowly push all that out the cone and then out into the cone dumper 5000. We might have to do it 3 or 4 times to clear the beer out, even though this is a heavily dry hop NEPA. We don't want hop debris going into package because you get perceived bitterness, you get that hop burn in the back of your throat, just shit, it's not quality beer. So it has to have time in the tank to maturate and clear out those hops, and you just do that, you precipitate it out when you cold crush it, basically. Silicon gasket, nice and clean. Tighten him up, close the diaphragm valve. Now we'll set up our CO2. Maybe run a CO2 lead out. Try not to put it where someone's going to trip on it. So get it out of your way. Hook it up on your tanks so no one trips on it. Get your CO2 quick connect. We're going to run the isopropyl alcohol on that in through the quick connect as well. Run that on. What we'll do is you just want to give this a tiny little squirt because we've got pressure in the tank. So open your spray ball arm. I'm going to blow out that isopropyl alcohol, and we're also going to purge that of any oxygen which can become dissolved oxygen once you push it in. And then for a double check, I'm going to pop it on and off. See the smoke? Basically the CO2 replacing the oxygen in there. So we know we're right. Put her on and pump it up. And basically whenever you pull something out of a tank, you've got to top it up with CO2. We're going to pump this up. Just over 1 bar is fine. And then we're going to start to dump the cone. Open up. It depends on your council. Some guys put it straight to the trade waste. Like we've got a settling tank in our trade waste. We can do it, but it just means I've got to get it pumped out 4 times a year rather than once a year or twice a year. It saves you on solids in your tanks, in your holding tanks. So your trade waste is compliant with the local council as well. So I'm just going to slow that CO2 up there. It's around 18 pound there now, which is pretty high, but we've got unitanks so they can go right up. They're certified to 0.3 bar and pressure tested and certified to that. So that 18 pounds good. So what we're going to do is check that we've shut our diaphragm valve. Then we're going to open our valve very slowly to the dump valve, and then we're slowly going to open our diaphragm valve. See, this gives us control compared to this. We've got precision control, so we can slow that product down at any point. And then we go, there's our hops. 22 grams per litre, so quite a large. See, and I can just control that now with this diaphragm valve. As I said, this is the second time I've dumped the cone on this. See, now we're getting product, now we're getting beer. So I want to slow that butterfly valve down because we don't want to waste the beer. I'm pretty happy with that now, so I'll just close off that diaphragm and have a look what we got in there. All the goodness. Beautiful. Alright, once that's done, I'll just give it a little bit more until I get full beer, and here it is here, beer now. So you don't want to waste that. So you got a tiny bit of hop debris still, and mainly beer. Alright, what you want to do now is close this valve. We're going to create an airlock, and we're going to do the same thing with the racking arm. So any hop debris or yeast that's grown in the racking arm, we're just going to clear it now. So we're all sterile here as it is. You can do the hands, you can put gloves on if you want, but I'm going to close out diaphragm, and we're going to go, what are we going to say to ourselves? We're going to say Clamp, valve, clamp. Yep. Confirm. Straight up onto the racking arm. Going to open that diaphragm valve halfway, and we're just going to give it 2 squirts. So your hop debris. Move our racking arm up. That's big. No hop debris. Just bring it back down. Obviously, if you're doing things like a lager, all you're doing is removing yeast. There's no dry hop in the lager, although some lagers have a dry hop. XPA, probably dump the cone twice, and that'll get us below the racking arm. Same with the pail. Yeah, so that's basically how you dump a cone and clear out your racking arm. Close off our CO2 and just bleed out. If you've got a bit high, you can just bleed it out. Just whenever you bleed a tank, it's very slowly, like that. And you just tap your gauge. I like to leave tanks at above saturation pressure. So I know the tank's at 0.5. Saturation pressure for 0.5, like to have 2.8 parts per million of CO2 is 10 pound. So I know it's not going to get overcarbed. So you keep your pressure higher than your saturation temperature. So now we can separate the hops with that false bottom from the beer. So you just run your mash paddle over it, and then you open up the bottom valve. You see the separation there? That's what we're left with, and that'll go to an organics bin or a compost. And then clean up, motherfucker. Clean off your valves, and then just isopropyl alcohol both valves. Then we disconnect from the cone dumper 5000. Alright, that's a wrap for this vid. That's how to dump a cone. That process is the same for a 2,500 litre, 1,200 litre, or like 140 litre if you're a home brewer. Like a yeast brink would work exactly the same way. And the reason I made this one, same as the rest, there's nothing online. I'd learned this myself. There was one video I found which took me fucking years, which had a brief overview, and I sort of pieced it together through trial and error. But he no longer makes content, that dude. He's an American. But yeah, that's how you do it. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. If you've got any questions, obviously comment below. I'll help you out the best I can. Comment, let us know what you want to see, and we'll do our best to put a video together for you. See you on the next vid. Hooroo. Hi guys.